Hello friends, Coach Bob with you here today, and today Coach Vic and I are going to be heading a little south, down to the county of Wakulla, the beautiful Wakulla County. There's a lot of cool stuff down here, and there's some cool hunting areas down here, and there's a war monument, and another place that we're going to be looking at is the prison down here. Check it out, man. Oh yeah, Patriot, love it. Kudos, buddy. So we're coming down here to look around a little bit, and just thought we'd take you along for the ride today. There will obviously be some deep thoughts by Coach Bob, as usual, and I know I drive you crazy with that kind of stuff, but I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. So if you want to be happy, or if you're happy and you know it, subscribe to the channel. And if you're happy and you don't know it, subscribe to the channel, and maybe it'll make you happy. And then after you do that, like this video, turn on your notification bell, and share it with your friends. It's always good to share things with people. So anytime we head down to the prison, I always think about a bunch of songs, like Queen, with I've got to break free, that kind of stuff, or Coach Vic, look at her hamming it up back there, man. She's killing me. She is killing me. Anyway, think of that, and another song I think about, Jailbreak by Thin Lizzy. That sort of stuff, I don't know. Maybe it's just my weird sense of humor. But, years ago, I used to do a prison ministry. And, it was interesting because you meet all kinds of people in these places. And I had a corrections officer. They don't like being called prison guards. So if you're in there, make sure you call them corrections officers. Anyway, had this corrections officer. He was kind of shaking his head one morning. He's like, why do you even have these guys in here, man? They're not paying attention anyway. And I remember telling him, somebody talked to me one time. Now, I wasn't in prison at the time, but somebody talked to me when I wasn't very interested. And something that was said resonated with me and touched my heart, and it changed my life. And if one 30-second section where that guy opened his eyes, if something that is said here would resonate in his world and in his mind and heart and change his life, that would be well worth it to me. So I'm willing to look at the top ahead so these guys can get a cupcake or something. I'm okay with that. I learned a long time ago, there's a saying by Marcus Aurelius that says, remember this, that very little is needed to make a happy life. And I discovered that to be very, very true, as Coach Vic obviously has as well. She's praying in the back of my helmet here. But there is very little needed to be happy. And we are happy going down here to these places and looking around and remembering that we may be on lockdown, but there are those who are really locked down and don't have a choice, and how we should not take our freedom for granted. And remember that freedom is not free. There are a lot of people that sacrifice for it. So there you have it. Deep thoughts with Coach Bob. These roads heading down here to Wakulla Corrections they're just absolutely beautiful. The woods out here are starting to be developed, so we're starting to see a lot of lumber being cut down and houses being built. But this part of the county up here is just absolutely beautiful. A lot of trees, winding roads, some nice twisty roads as well. I do enjoy coming out here with Coach Vic when we are having a stressful or crazy day and going for a ride. And this is what I would call social distancing at its finest. Also, when I come down here, I think about my sister. I know that may sound crazy. No, my sister is not in prison. But my sister works at a prison. And so she sees this stuff every day. And I think about the guards and the people that I've met that do that. My daughter-in-law's father also works at a prison. And the idea of coming to a place like this every day and not becoming jaded is really a gift. And the people that do these types of jobs, I think you have to be called to do this kind of job because they are difficult. They're high stress, and there's a lot that goes on in these places. So, you know, I'm thankful for those people. As we cruise along these nice winding roads, up here on the left, you're going to see the facility as it is. So here it is up on the left, the Wakulla Correctional Institute. It's about 20 miles southeast of Tallahassee, and it's in Wakulla County, like I was saying, in a little town called Crawfordville, Florida. And this place was opened up in 2008. Has about 1,500 inmates. And also, this facility is the location of the Fallen Officer Memorial Wall. You'll see it when you drive by. The names of fallen officers are engraved onto this memorial every year with an annual wreath-laying ceremony. And that stuff's really important to remember those folks. We're going to snap a UE so you can get a better look at it. So there you have it. This is pretty much all there is to the Wakulla Correctional Institution. I just thought, you know, at a time when we're locked down, it was a little poignant to me in my mind. And just remember that our freedom is something that we really, really need to appreciate. And we need to think about those who have sacrificed for our freedoms. You know, my father was in the military, and my son is currently serving, and we're hoping to get out to see him in San Diego here soon. And it's something that, as a family of federales, so to speak, we don't take this stuff for granted. It really is a big deal. This is Natural Bridge Road. This is the famous site of a Civil War battle that went on March 6th, 1865. And it's kind of an out-of-the-way area. If you're ever in the Tallahassee area, it is well worth your ride out to Natural Bridge Road. All that's out here is a beautiful monument and a picnic area. But it's nice and quiet, and it really gives you a feel of what the Panhandle was probably somewhat like in 1865. Every time I look at a war monument, I think about a saying by William James. Spend your life for something that will outlast it. You know, young men, young women go out on battlefields and fight for the freedoms that we have. And that is exactly what they're doing. They're actually living and giving their life, often, for something that will outlast them. Enjoy the beauty of Natural Bridge. Thank you for sharing this little journey with Coach Vic and I. It means the world to us. So as we head back to lovely Tallahassee, Florida, I want to take this opportunity to ask you once again to subscribe to this channel and share it with your friends and ring that notification bell. We sure do appreciate it. Riders Rides will continue. We will be moving to the one video a week format here very soon. We're just not sure exactly when. It'll be based on travel. But this week we definitely have another video for you on Friday. So be sure and turn that notification bell on so you know when that video is posting. The plan is for 8 o'clock Friday morning. I try to do every Wednesday, every Friday, 8 a.m. That's Eastern Time, Tallahassee time. So remember, go out, buy that motorcycle of your dreams, eat right, take care of yourself, and remember, if you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong. Now, go seize the day, baby, and we'll talk to you soon.
And just like that, we're home.